this should be just a short video. I wanted to show y'all the quarantine tank that I have set up, and it's been running for about 2 weeks now. I plan on having it for another 2 weeks, just make sure that the fish are okay. I did put quite a few, I want to say about 7 in a 55 gallon. As a matter of fact, half of those were actually in my 70 gallon Red Sea Max that I have upstairs. And because I was in quarantine, and guess what? I got ick. That being said, I moved them to the quarantine tank at the same time that I already had other fish quarantining, so I had to restart the quarantine. But, you know, for the most part, this has been 2 to 3 weeks. I'm bad at, you know, keeping track of time. I've actually set it up on my calendar on my phone when the treatment stops, and that treatment is Paraguard. And to be honest, I know a lot of people don't have faith in Paraguard, but the signs of ick went away and have not returned. No itching, no heavy breathing, no sort of stress. They have another week to go, less than a week actually, and then I will remove the medication with carbon and then leave them in there for another 2 to 3 weeks to make sure there's no signs of it coming back or anything like that. And some of them, the smallest ones, will go into the 60 gallon upstairs, 70 gallons, the Red Sea Max. And the others will go into the 300 gallon, and then I'll be purchasing other fish to put in quarantine again. So that being said, let me show you the fish. Here, Paulo, say hello. Yep, that was his hello. But yeah, I don't know if I've ever introduced y'all to him. There's 2 other dogs in his house, and one of them is not here. The other one is upstairs with the kids. But as you can see, that guy right there, that's running, that guy right there, that's a black spot tang. That's a yellow mimic tang, Bellini tang, 2 black clownfish, the black spot foxface, and that's it. So these guys have been in here again for 2-3 weeks, probably more. Just did a water change yesterday. I do once a week. I'll do a water change right before it's time to dose the Paraguard of like 80% of the water, and then I'll refill it and then redose just to make sure that there's no issues. Aside from that, that's really all there is to it. And it's a 55 gallon long tank. They're all eating very, very well. Once it's done, once the quarantine period is done, I will be transferring them over. The mimic tang, the black spot tang, the 2 Nemos, the 2 clownfish, the foxface will be going all into the 70 gallon. The Bellini here, he'll be going into the 310 gallon. And that's about it. Of course. Oh, and I forgot, I have a Scopus tang in there. I'm debating. I feel like he's maybe a little bit too big for the 70 gallon. I may put him in a 300, but my fear is that when I do put a school of the yellow tangs, he will be aggressive. So because he's big, and I'm planning on getting some small ones since I do like to grow out fish. But we'll see. I'm not sure. One thing's for sure is that once all of the tanks that I put into 70 gallons truly outgrow that tank, they will be moved into the 310 gallon. But I do want to have these fish, especially because they eat a lot of algae off the rocks, to keep that algae at bay, and then we'll figure out what we do then. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching. More to come. I'm still working on the tank. It's still the ammonia is down to 0 now through the cycling process. The nitrites are, I want to say that we're at 5 ppm, and the nitrates were like at 10 or 15. And once I see the nitrites at 0, it's when I'll pretty much consider the tank cycled. Either I can leave it as is, I start adding fish, or I can start using Microbacter Clean. I think I'm going to start using Microbacter Clean just because every tank that I've had has gone through an ugly phase that I don't like, and I know what y'all are going to say. Every tank goes through it. But I'm not trying to eliminate it, but trying to reduce the the ugly face to a minimal. I do have a UV sterilizer that is going to be connected to it, so hopefully that helps it as well, and we'll see. The lights will be hung here, I'm thinking this weekend, which today's Friday, so it might be tomorrow or Sunday. But that's it. So that's all there is for this video. Again, thanks for watching. And she just got back home from gymnastics.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And then what else?
Click the notification button.
So that you can get notified for every video, right?
Yeah.
And what else?
Give it a big thumbs up.
There we go. Thank you guys.